What's up, everybody? This is Mohammed with a Mohammed Minute. Now, a lot of people in this world, they are fixed on an algorithm in which the first step is the wrong step, meaning that the cause of disease, the cause of a lot of our understanding when it comes to our body, is ended up lost in translation because of the misconception that your youth is the healthiest time of your life. Now, for some people, this might be true. Let's say if you had an exceptional case, like an exceptional childhood where you pushed yourself, you ate good, you didn't smoke, you didn't partake in any risky behavior, things like that. So because of that, your childhood might be at a better foundation than others. But relatively, for most people, what you'll see, at least in America, the problem with obesity, the problem with laziness, the problem with a lot of different temperaments are stem from the fact that as time goes on, their work ethic actually decreases. So they might have been at a baseline level where they could work out, they could do all these things, but they didn't keep up with it. What happened was that they ended up going on a threshold where they couldn't pass that certain threshold in their life. Now, in order to pass that threshold, you have to keep on working hard at what you do. In order to keep on working hard at what you do, you need to train yourself to do the things that you hate to do. This means all of those little steps that you have to take in your day-to-day to become a better you, and you're not taking, meaning making your bed, doing laundry, cleaning up your dishes as soon as you're done eating, cleaning up the kitchen as you're cooking, brushing, all of these little things that would keep your mind and body in tip-top shape. If you were to implement like a soldier, you got to fight through the things you don't really want to do, you know what I'm saying? Because this life, 99% of the time, you're going to be put in situations where you don't want to perform, and you still have to perform. You're going to be put in situations where the cat has your tongue, but you still have to speak your word of truth, even though your voice is shaking or whatever is going on. But that's another conversation. So you have to realize that just because you had your youth, that does not mean that you were at a better physical shape in your life at that point. A lot of people in their 20s, they were partying a lot, drinking a lot, going to clubs, going to bars, not taking care of themselves, eating crap food, but they think that they had the more energy in their 20s and their 30s. Well, 5 or 6 years of living a certain lifestyle will take a toll on your body, and if you're not careful, your 30s will be spent in aches and pains, and your brain is great at rationalizing all of your bad habits. So what you will say to yourself is that, no, I was relatively healthier at a younger age. No, those bad habits had not caught up to you yet at that age. Now you're 7-8 years into those bad habits. Now those effects are coming to life. Now you get a shortness of breath. When you move around, your sex drive is at zero. You have no interest in the things the young man should have interest in, a lot of these different things. So in order to push yourself past this limiting understanding of rationalization for your bad habits, you have to be brutally honest with yourself. You have to look at yourself through the lens of honesty, and this will be the most difficult thing anybody has to do for themselves, is to scrutinize your behavior, scrutinize your patterns, scrutinize the way you carry yourself, the things you've done, the outcomes you've seen. Once you start scrutinizing all these little things, you can come to realize that every day that you wake up is a gift, and you can be better than you were yesterday. Like, you can be stronger, you can have more control over your life, you can be at a healthier state, you can do a lot of things for yourself that you wouldn't have been able to done even in your youth. Now, the misconception people have is that as you age, your body starts to break down, you know, your back starts to give in, your knees start to give in, all of these things that are really pushing whole industries. If you look at the supplement industry, if you look at the medical industry, all of these industries are thriving because of the misconception that you are supposed to feel worse as you grow older, as if, you know, that is the only guarantee in life, that your physical body will lose its power due to normal activities, right? Because not everyone is a high performance athlete where their knees might give out because of cycling, and if they're not, you know, taking care of their diet, then, you know, it is a given that your knees might give out or things of that nature. But most of us have desk jobs. They have very regular leg work in their day-to-day lives. Some of us might have no leg work. You know, people working in IT, they might be sitting on the computer all day. You know, that's 9 hours of your day-to-day life where you're just sitting down. So think of it like this: a man who has a desk job from his youth up until his 30s or 40s, you know, his physical strength, meaning that your body is a gift from the one above, so you have to take care of it and return it in a better condition than you got it from. Now, that man who's been sitting at a desk job for a good 20-30 years, prime of his life, when he gets to a certain age, he will have a lot of ailments that a man who has been trying to be physically fit will not have. So that man who has been sitting down has to realize that, hey, maybe at 20, when I was first starting my desk job, I was even weaker than I was at this point, meaning that I had not trained my, you know, respiratory system. I had not trained my circulatory system. I had not trained my lymph node system. Now at age 40, even if with a little bit of training, you can surpass yourself at age 20 through the magic of grit and determination and a good diet, meaning that you have to eat your fruits and vegetables, and you have to eat them in grand portion sizes. So once you realize that a lot of the misconceptions and things that are holding you back is really the things that society has pushed upon you, the naive person, you know, in order to swindle you out of your hard-earned money, right? To swindle you out of your peace of mind, because peace of mind is another big factor that makes people either really healthy or makes people stressed out, and it takes a toll on their self. So all of these different factors, you'll come to realize that with each day, if you push yourself, if you're going about it the right way, you can be healthier at age 40 or 45 than you were even at age 20. You have to change your mind frame and the way that you look at yourself. Once you do this, then you can come to appreciate the fact that, you know, your body is constantly changing, and you have the power to change it for the better or the worse. This is in your total control. So ponder upon this. This has been a Mohammed Minute.